that. I don't know if you can handle that, your mental state. I don't know. Um, but anyway, yeah, I think you're a despicable human being, and you parade around here thinking that like exploiting people, violating people's consent and respect for everybody that you come in out of the sake of what? Like, oh, potentially making money, capitalism, and humor. And I mean, like, no, dude, you could come here and you could give, right, people, and you could bring your humor. You could be. Oh.
Projection alert.
John, it
Projection.
projection, but that's a deflection. Do you understand? That's a deflection. I'm not exploiting people. I'm not recording people, right? So all you're doing, these constant logical
Made
fallacies,
statement. You are recording people.
constant
Your honor. It's
logical
being recorded, and
fallacies.
you're engaging in useless
All you know how
conversations.
to
Put me
do
in the
is to
queue. Thank you very
deflect. You don't even know how to address anything I'm saying. You just deflect and run away from everything. You're worse than despicable, to be honest with you. Go ahead, John.
much. Dr.
Say whatever.
Despicable here would like to
Are
be put in the
are you
queue
ready
for
to say
Beema,
whatever trash?
virtual fascist queen. Okay,
Are,
Karen, let me know when you're finished.
listen, well, hold on. This is the problem. Every time you talk, I'm going to speak for another 5 minutes.
For the love of
Okay,
fucking God.
and
Oh,
so
geez.
5 minutes. All right. We're gonna teach you today how to respect people when they talk, to shut the fuck up, let them get it out, and then you could go.
Thank you. Okay,
All
Karen,
right,
green bean
we're
fascist.
starting over. Here's another 5 minutes. John, I think honestly, your phone's about to die, my love. I hope you have a wonderful day
Wait,
and you
before you
grow
do
up with
that,
sleep.
I just want to let you know that from a listening standpoint for the two of you, I just want to let you know that Beema's mic was so clear and loud that every single time, Black, that you would talk, it would like space out your. And it was very weird, but the audio just didn't. You could barely hear you. The dings weren't hitting the way you thought they were. And I'm not trying to diss you. Just in the future, it'd be so great to get like a good mic so we can really hear your
We all
antics and get some
can't be
comedy going. You
Apple
know.
fascists. We all can't afford the best phones, and so
I
some of
guess.
us suffer
I guess
the
not.
cheaper mics. But listen, the point is, I'm not undeterred. Beema's criticism is only
I was just talking about your mic quality.
thank you very little.
Two things, many things can be true. Many things could be true.
We haven't done
Repeating yourself. We've heard it
a
all
house
before, Beema.
room
Two
in
things can
2026 yet, have we?
Oh my god, we should have. Yeah, we should. That sounds like a nice story.
Yeah, we haven't.
I'm just trying to say, you tried to turn this into the roast of John Kittle, but the Beema. This was the
John, do
roast
you
of
have your charger? Did you ever find your charger for your phone? Okay. Oh,
There it
Well,
is.
he's still in here, I imagine, in the audience.
yeah.
No, I thought I was leaving the Bible beaters to come over here, and I just hear Beema going, I'm going to speak for 5 more minutes.
Kid over
Yeah.
beaters.
This room just reminds you how much more you need the Bible room.
No, he comes
Happy
in
New
here and is
Year.
asking Monica, like, when is enough and is enough? I thought that I'm sorry, that question triggered me so much.
Oh,
I
girl.
couldn't process it.
Sometimes you're like a feline, a sultry feline, just narrowly walking along the edge of a fence, and you see a mouse just kind of with a little broken leg, and you're just gonna swat it around a bit, swat it. And the mouse is gonna try to bite you with your little paws, and you're like, oh, okay, get away from me. You're gonna inspect it a bit, but then you can come back and keep playing with it, and eventually you're gonna put it in your mouth and you're gonna give it to one of your owners as a present. Okay?
Indeed.
That's
This comes from true love from me.
girl, I'm
I
high
can
as fuck,
now
girl.
I can now understand why your love of your life puts his hand on your forehead and holds you back while you just keep going. He's like, okay.
She plays with a dead mouse.
Yeah, unfortunately, people don't know how to just go back and forth, And I get so frustrated. That's a pet peeve of mine is getting cut off. Like and yeah, so that that happens in real life, and then
Hmm.
I bring that frustration here. So when people are gonna cut me off, yeah, I gotta start over. I got.
That wasn't epic. Hold on, hold on.
And
That was epic.
hold up, wait a minute. I thought I was about to break down.
I got that from Concrete.
Oh yeah, he does.
Back, John. Mm.
Hi, Dr. Adams. Hey, William.
So you guys missed it. So he was coming here, and he kept asking Monica, um, he was asking Monica, when is enough gonna be enough? And he kept pointing out about this room that was
Well, what
roasting
I
her
thought
and
was
dragging her. And
what I
so
thought was
with
funny was he was talking about, oh, I recorded the whole thing for you. The room was on a fucking replay, dude. Well, it was on a replay.
and so he asked her once, right? And I got pissed off about that, but I held it. But then he did it again. He went back to it. And I mean, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. So I had to let deflect. And so I told him, I said, so what happened recently about you getting, like apparently accused of fraud and kicked off the right? Switch the focus. When is enough going to be enough, John? I think he unraveled. I think we saw an unraveling.
He unravels pretty easy.
Oh, yeah, we're doing salmon and a fried egg for lunch for Trevor. Protein packed
How are you making the
lunch.
salmon?
I think I'm just gonna sear it on both sides. Nothing too special. Salt,
Oh my
pepper,
God, that sounds so good.
rosemary. Just regular shit. Yeah,
With
it's
an
gonna
egg.
be nice. With a fried egg. It's gonna be
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh.
Has anybody ever told their dog, this is why we can't have nice things? Because you ruin our life.
Every day. But you know what? He is a German Shepherd. His duty is to take things apart.
Yeah, your dog doesn't really know English, but for maybe 4 or 5 words, I promise.
You do know you adopted a perpetual toddler when you got your dog.
He's the third one I've had, and he's only doing his job, but it annoys the shit out of my kids. He doesn't bother me at all, but he's just barking, and they get pissed off, and they're like, "Take control of your dog." Originally, he was your dog.
Bite your tongue. I have whole fucking conversations with my dog, and they understand perfectly. and they don't argue with me.
Okay.
Now, my daughter's dog, it's a dumb shit.
Well, guys fixing my garage just had to deal with my daughter. They could tell she was already pissed off at the dog. Then she went out and told him, "Can you move your truck out of our driveway?" I'm like, "Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. You guys are super nice. My daughter is just a little gremlin." I don't.
Hey, that garage door's gonna collapse right on your car now. You know, that's one of those trades you don't piss off.
They're super nice. I didn't know this. Did you guys know you're supposed to be lubricating your garage door like things every
With the
year, like
chain?
4 times?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I
The
had
chain.
no clue. Mm-mm.
same thing with your drop stairs in your attic. You need to put a little bit of stuff on them every once in a while, especially if you have the metal ones with that locking mechanism up top, because if you don't keep that one lubed up, it'll fry them in a heartbeat. There's a lot of home maintenance people don't do.
You know what house maintenance thing I constantly forget and is
Can you
the
not hear me?
hello.
Okay.
Oh, hi.
Barely.
Yeah, Beema, you're a star, and William has a family. And then go ahead, Chris.
I'm always forgetting to change the air filter. I'm like, oh yeah, I should do that. And it's right there. It's right there. Open the door, change the air filter.
Well, then that'll help you with that. It only takes about 2 seconds. Put the
Hmm.
date on there when you put it in there. That way, when you check it, you know how long it's been there.
Put a date on it. Oh well, no, it's just a matter of like kind of the thing where it's like, oh, I should put that on my to-do list.
There's actually companies out there now that they'll send you an air filter every 30 to 45 days, depending on
Yes,
what
but
type
it's
you have.
and
So that
I
way you
love
know
that.
when it shows up, you know it's time to change your air filter.
Yeah. And that's actually a good discipline because then it's, but the problem is, okay, so what I have gotten so far, what I've done is I have what do you call it? A box cutter at the door. And what I do is as soon as I get the item, I open the box. And then I have an empty box because otherwise I would just open the door, put the box inside and just let it sit there forever. Unless I need it immediately, but that's rarely the case. So then I'm like, where are the scissors? It's all the way over there. I'm like, I'll get it later. And do I ever open the box? No. It's just weird how our brains work.
Uh, I still think that company Vero that I told you about, where it's hire a husband company, I think it would go over really well.
I agree. I will invest in that. Hire I would say hire a husband and hire a housewife. We should do a co
2 for 1.
mm-hmm.
Um, for a new topic. Well, if we're still talking about this, fine. I'm not trying to abruptly
No.
change the topic.
Well, you did anyway, and it's funny and it's actually appropriate. It's just funny.
It is appropriate. You got to get
Yeah.
your
It
toes
gets
oiled
old.
sometimes too. Yeah.
There's one of the headlines on New York Post right now. It says, Mayor Mamdani blasted for revoking city policies that support Israel. Quote, anti-Semitic gasoline on an open fire. And I'm looking through it, and it says it was like he undid all these Eric Adams, the last mayor, executive orders on his first day. And one of them is an executive order that adopted the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definition of anti-Semitism across the city, which the last administration said included, quote, demonizing Israel and holding it to a double standard as a form of contemporary anti Semitism and blah, 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 blah. He also undid an executive order that ordered the New York Police Department to tighten enforcement to protect synagogues and other religious sites from harassment from protesters, including setting up zones where demonstrators would be prohibited within a certain distance from the entrance of a church, mosque, or synagogue. And anyway, all these like Israel adjacent people are, claiming foul on his first day. They're saying he's showing his true colors in office.
I think he showed his true colors on his opening speech when he said, "You elected me as a democratic socialist, and I'm going to rule as a democratic socialist."
Right. And also during that speech, if I remember correctly, he said, if it was the same speech, I remember him saying this. I just don't know if it was this speech or a different one, but he said literally, this may not be verbatim, but it was like this literal phrase within, a couple words. He said, there's no problem so big that we can't have government solve it. Which, in my mind, like that sets off alarm bells. Not like he has so much power over the rest of the country or anything like that, but it is a strong mayoral system in New York, and he can certainly wreak a lot of havoc there. In my mind, it always rings of the phrase, the saying, a government big enough to give you everything you want is a government big enough to take away everything you have.
Direct quote is, "We will prove that there is no problem too large for government to solve and no concern too small for it to care about."
Yeah, holy hell.
Oh,
Like, talk about saying the quiet part out loud.
Yeah, I think it's like the perfect example of how your philosophy impacts your interpretation. Like if you were a person, like I can still go back into the headspace I was in 5 years ago where I thought that the government was the solution to everything and that the only reason we still had problems was because like the the corruption in government was too great and like there was too much like right like the government wasn't actually properly representing the people and that's the only reason why it wasn't able to solve all the problems of the world, which maybe that's true. But I think the reason why my perspective changed was because it was like corruption is unavoidable in government, right? Like that's it's there because it cannot be removed, and that's why the government is dangerous. But like, yeah, I think that there's a way to interpret that statement. If you are a person who actually thinks that the government could do good for the world, then you're like, yeah, awesome. Like, yeah, like we can fix homelessness. We can fix, because most of societal's problems could be solved by a community push, right? Like everyone in the community is like, let's solve this problem. Let's solve it together. And I think some people's perspective is that is what the government is. The government is the arm of the community to solve problems. And for them to say, like, there's no problem too small for us to care about, there's a person who hears that and goes, like, oh, wow, so maybe they will care about the curb on my street that's crumbling and pops car tires every once in a while and they need to fix it. Like, but then the other side of that is obviously how most of the people in this room would interpret it, which is like, the government's going to be in every aspect of your daily life because they're going to care about every little thing that you do that doesn't align with like what they want. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying anything you guys don't know, but I'm just orating my observation.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just, and I understand how they would think of that issue, the people, the leftist types, but it's like, holy hell, how can you have so much dissonance that you think that the reason that ills in society exist to this day is because we just haven't given the government enough power and size yet. Like, it is so hard to wrap my head around that idea. And I hear those contemporary leftist types frequently when there'll be um, commentary about a very wealthy person using their wealth for philanthropy. They're against that. They're against that. Their comment will be something like, "Oh, that just proves like that those people are too rich in the first place. They shouldn't have that wealth in the first place. We shouldn't." So, in for some part of me believes actually that those kind of wealth taxing communist kind of sentiments are actually because those people have some kind of guilt in their gut because they don't do enough to help others, that they want to have one layer of a of distance between themselves and who should be the philanthropic layer of society, because they think someone else should fucking do it. Someone else should help whoever is in need, and it might as well be the government. Like, I'm not in a position to, or I just am too selfish for what little I do have to help others. So the government should just do it. And that way I don't have to think about it, but I can still feel good about myself. And they're, in fact, spiteful toward people who have means and use their means to help other people because they think they shouldn't have those means in the first place.
Did it just get quiet or did I lose?
Not in my mind. I'm still singing Our God is an awesome God. He reigns.
From heaven above with wisdom and power.
I've never heard that.
Our God is an awesome God.
But only the real ones know the sign language movement to do with that. That I went to a Christian elementary school, and that was definitely like one of the first things you learn, like in kindergarten, is they put all the kindergartners up on the stage and have them all do like the sign movements. It's probably not even real sign language, but is it that song? Wait, now that I'm second guessing myself, like, is it that one, or is it a different one that I have to remember now? I'm like, I still know the motions.
Yeah, because like you put your like put your hand above your head and point, and then do the circle it.
Yes.
That's he reigns
I
from
never
heaven above,
learned
and
that
then
one.
I can't remember all of it, but yes, you're crazy. Well, not as not crazier than anybody else. How about that?
There's also the Jesus loves me. This I know. That one. I feel like we do sign language for that one
Yeah,
too.
that's a cute one. Oh, I learned the alphabet as a child, and
Me too.
to this day, I can still do the alphabet. So I can. It's like a saving grace, right? Like if I ever am in that situation, but I should learn some more American Sign Language away from the profanities, of course.
2 of my children took that as their foreign language in high school.
Did they
Katie,
really? I wish
Katie
I
and
had
Ben.
Foreign
that.
language, American Sign
I
Language. I
love
American
love
Sign
that.
that.
Language. Yep. It was their foreign language requirement in high school. I mean,
Oh
it was one of their
man.
options to choose.
My personal belief is that we should teach it like all to everyone, like starting in elementary school. Like it should.
I agree.
I
It's
I think we should
agree.
beautiful.
learn.
Because
We
we
should
took
learn
away
Latin.
cursive, we should
Yeah,
include now sign language.
Right?
that's a really great idea. Actually,
We one of my best
communication.
friends was married to a deaf man, and sh they came over pretty regularly, so we picked up some really simple things, like, "How are you?" And, like, he gave us signs for our names and stuff, um, just so we could communicate on some level when, like, he'd come over for barbecues and stuff, but it's been so long since I've used it. Like, I remember "How are you?" That one's pretty easy, um and obviously, like, I remember all the ones that you teach the babies, because babies will sign way faster than they'll speak. But, yeah, it's beautiful. I love watching, my friend that was married to the deaf guy, she does videos to hymns all the time doing the sign language on.
And because it's not even just like deaf people that benefit from it. Like, there's so many situations where it's like really loud, right? You're at a concert, you could communicate with each other, like being able to communicate across the room. Just like instead of whispering, you could just sign, like if if your parents talking about Christmas presents in the other room, you can just sign to each other. Like, there's so many situations where you're benefited by being able to communicate without using your voice that it's
Yeah.
wacky that we don't just teach everyone it.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson, who's, he's starting to pick up words. He's in this really aggressive school for children with autism, but he'd been nonverbal pretty much his whole life, but he could sign.
Yeah, that's really common for a lot of autistic people, is that it's easier for them to sign than it is to speak. And yeah, so Cheyenne, she's fluent in sign language, and she works with a lot of autistic kids and stuff as a speech and language pathologist, and also deaf kids and things like that, and deaf adults too. She's also worked with someone who's deaf and blind, but that's like a totally different language, basically. Anyway, but one of her pet peeves is like when people say, because you know how a lot of people teach sign language to babies, like you were saying, when people call that baby sign language, it's one of Cheyenne's pet peeves, because she's like, no, you're not teaching your baby sign language. You're teaching your baby sign language. Like, you're teaching them the same signs that adults use. So it is not baby sign language. I don't know. It's just a pet peeve of hers.
Grayson's going to this school now. He started in January, and or no, I'm sorry, he started in December, like the first week in December. So he's been doing it for about a month. You would not believe the improvements, the eye contact. Like, there have been so many improvements since he started in this school. It's 40 hours a week though.
That's pretty
Oh
intense.
wow.
Yeah. It's
But but it's a gift to be able to communicate, huh? Beema, thank
That's
you.
awesome.
The refocusing of John Kidover to his own problems instead of anyone else's. That was brilliantly done. You are a hero.
I'm just,
Good. I'm glad.
I appreciate you, Monica. And I think I'm going to be extra sensitive this year about people exploiting other people for entertainment. I think I think I turned over a new leaf.
You didn't get my check then. Okay. Everybody else got one. I'm paying everybody to be my entertainment.
Kristen, that was cute, but it's also not what Bimbo was meaning. She's meaning people that take advantage of people and use them for their own amusement,
I
which is
know.
a
That's why I'm paying people, because I don't want to exploit them
oh
for my entertainment. I have to pay
god.
them.
Happy New
Yeah.
Year, Kristen.
Kristen's got that UK humor, you know?
Do I? God, I'm so freaking British. Weird. Like even as a kid, I was like, this is what my mom, we went to a musical. It was the musical of the Holy Grail thing, Monty Python and the Holy Grail musical. And I was laughing the entire time. And you know, I mean, when I watch it, it's funny, but I love British humor. And my mom's like, I've never heard you laugh so much. And she and I kind of have different humors and stuff. And I'm like, it was funny, you know, like this
Mine
is
too.
a song that goes like this. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's really stupid. And the end.
I like British humor too. I actually think we should probably do a replay on comedy because there's a
Ooh.
lot of lessons to, because not everybody likes the same thing or
Mm-mm.
finds the same funny, and we need to make space for humor. Like you know, that I don't find funny, but if other people find it funny, like there's a line there, right? When Dave Chappelle talks about pedophile priests, I don't think it's funny. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
terrible. And I have to allow him to talk about pedophile priests so that when he talks about his friend who killed Daphne Dorman, killed themselves, and the lessons that he learned from Daphne, I want to hear those. So I have to make space for the stuff I don't like so I can get the stuff that I value and appreciate.
Thank you, Monica. Yeah. And just, I don't think that I have to, I feel bad that I have to maybe, what is it called? Woman splain? I don't know, but break this down a second time. Kristen, I know that it was a joke, right? But I just want to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that everybody knows that there's like a difference between exploiting for entertainment benignly, which I would say you and everyone else here would do. We entertain each other, but we do it at nobody else's expense. We don't do it
We are,
maliciously.
we have
We are
consent.
exactly, and there's consent.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
enjoy each other. It's not malicious. There's mutual. We're here together. There isn't harm. There aren't people that we're laughing at and
Yeah.
allowing them to be the butt of the joke. Whereas other people on this app will use the lack of consent, will use uh, humiliation, we'll use coercion, we'll use vulnerability, we'll use all of these things to harm somebody and laugh at them at not anyone's at the person's, the targeted person's expense. And that's horrible. I think that's really effing horrible. And I learned that this is for the recording John Kidover is doing down in the bottom. That's, places like Chillism, you know, people there, they do that. They do that. So be aware and protect, you don't have to reduce your dignity. I mean, I don't even give a shit. I'm not even explaining anymore. It's just, people are
No,
just
I
shit.
appreciate it. Yeah.
People are total shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, well, some people can act like total shits. And then there's
Mm-hmm.
reasons, right? That they are so unhappy with their life that they have to laugh at other people who are struggling to mitigate the pain of their. And then some people, it's not that serious. It's just a joke. Why can't you take a joke? It's just a joke.
Well, yeah, and then some things I don't understand what's so funny. Um, I understand better now than ever, and I'm still learning better every day that uh when to like there's a time and place. And so um well, I was in a group of people that I thought they were friendly. I don't know if they were friends, but they were friendly and stuff like that. But I had lost my mom, and was just getting on Clubhouse and just talked about, like, they're like, oh, what's wrong? I hear you're in the, something's wrong. And I'm like, no, it's just, I'm grieving because I lost my mom recently. And so, and they asked me questions. Well, naturally, I'm going to talk about it. And then later on, I found out that they were mocking me. And I didn't understand that. I'm like, I get it if I was being stupid or something like that, but to mock somebody because they were because of grief, because I wasn't on point with my own jokes and I wasn't adhering to the vibe of the room or something. Okay, I don't understand, but if that, it kind of shows me your character, and the fact that also that was done um when I wasn't there, that also showed a lot too. And it was hard to, because that's some people I in that room I considered friends. Um, and that was hard to digest. The end.
Yeah, I'm sad that happened to you, Kristen. I think we get that a lot. I think Nathan is paying attention, Beema, that they might have gone too far. Or he said ping him when I have rooms. Maybe.
He popped in here like 3 times last night, and the last time that he popped in, kid over called them out. It's kind of taking a barb at chillism, and I said, yeah. I said, I think that maybe his award ceremonies were all that they were cracked up to be, and he lost some pivotal players, and he's looking for them.
Nice.
But,
there were some highlights to the award show. I'm not gonna say it was all bad, but I do think that rewarding dysfunctional behavior, like Kendo got funniest, and I actually voted for Kendo, but I also knew that I was rewarding very bad behavior, but the other choices were not great, and I had to vote so I could. Well, I had to vote. I didn't have to vote. I chose to vote so I could see the poll results so that I could screenshot them for documentation for when I cared. And then I realized I care too much.
Girl.
So, yeah.
Period.
Long story. I know, Vero. I'm a mess. Dippity and Beam and I have the worst habit of wearing our hearts on our sleeves. And then there's like the alternative is that we have hardened hearts, and that's not fun either. So, just go around getting hurt and then crying and then brushing it off
No,
and doing it again.
no, because all Dippity showed what you need to do. All you need to do is just take an Oxycontin and you're going to be just fine. Everybody just needs to do that on the daily and then get on Clubhouse and just have it.
I'm hoping my friend gets some tea because she sounds so stuffy.
I need a
Are you?
subscription for that.
I don't think
That's bad
I don't
advice, Kristen.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody being cute when they're sick, and Dippity is cute. And not that I encourage you to be sick because you're still cute, but it is like, oh my God, look how she's so
Damn, Dippity.
cute.
Damn, Dippity. She wants you to be sick.
I know, I
That's crazy.
don't though.
Damn Divinity, practically perfect in every way. Was
No,
Joe say that? Joe would say that.
because I've heard her get cranky. She's mean.
No, but even when she's mean, she's like a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, do you need a pill? Is your gum hurting? Is that okay that I tease you about that? Because that was really funny. That was just because you're like, I can't take it.
you're fine.
Have you considered taking one of the most addictive drugs ever created every single day?
And I think that's part of the humor though too. Like that's part of the audaciousness of like,
Right.
like she's like, because I know you hate drinking, and so you're like, I don't need a shot of whiskey or some, or what people used to do way back when before like medicine. You're like, I'll just take an oxy. but it did the trick. And I think that was funny. And
It
then she
did.
was, I'm so happy right now. Well, if you can't find the cute, I don't know what to say.
Oh, let's hear cute. Well, Dippity talk, cause Dippity's hella cute.
Do what?
Will wants you to talk, even though he told you earlier not to. Now he's telling you
I've forgotten
to
what Will
talk.
has been so mute lately.
Maybe,
You have
maybe
been.
do you think maybe your nervous system has been regulated and so, and like, because you were practicing let them for a while, and I wonder if that has improved, like where you're just like, I'm just not triggered by shit. I don't care. What do you think? Or maybe that's nothing.
Did we start that book with them? Are we meant to do that in our book club?
We hadn't started it.
That needs to be on our 2026 list. Y'all, okay, I am centering myself, but just for a second.
Okay, good.
In the in the in the replay, I don't know if it was in the replay with Adrian. Adrian's so angry with me that when I attended her book club, she couldn't even say my name when I provided a link for people to the audiobook that they're doing over there. Oh, a member of the house just posted a link. She did everything not to use my name. And I'm like, ma'am, you understand that that is telling that I provide value and you can't even give me credit for it because you dislike me so much is is a lie. Anyway, I just thought that was a cool observation. It was kind of comical to me.
It is very
Like,
telling, isn't it?
I don't like I will if someone's going to provide value, I'm going to thank them and recognize them and appreciate them. Even if they don't, what am I trying to say?
Girl, even though you don't like them,
Right,
credit where credit's due. Real recognition is real, and that's all it is. Whatever.
girl. Like if
Period.
Brad makes a comment that I find valuable, I will appreciate him. He did that in a room the other day, and it was very difficult for me to stay cute on mute, but I managed it with the help of Dippity. Actually, Dippity, I was fussing at Dippity in the back channel. And she goes, Monica, he is contributing positively to the room. He's adding value to the space. I'm like, yes, he is. So, give the devil his due. Wait, what's happening with Will while he's on? He's, oh, get yourself a neti pot and 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C 3 times a day for 4 days, and orange juice and rest off of Clubhouse. Yippee, get rest on Clubhouse. Hey, we do need a topic though, because now I'm done centering myself. I truly get uncomfortable with that. Any books on anyone else's to-do list? Because Serendipity and I have like 5 now, I
Yes,
think.
I have
EDC,
one suggestion.
go ahead.
Um, the 48, what is it? The 48 Laws of Power. That one is really interesting, and I think it's so many are so true, and I didn't even realize that I was doing that, the wrong ones, and yeah, and if I had known that book earlier, I think I would have avoided a lot of faux pas, and also not just faux pas, but social interaction disasters. Why is being human so complicated? Okay, like for example, one of them is don't outshine the boss or whatever. That one. Oops.
I like that. Don't outshine the boss.
Yeah.
I mean, that speaks volumes. It's
Mm-hmm.
I get, and I also want that. I don't want my,
They think you're
Yeah.
after position, so then they'll attack.
yeah,
You can't do better than
Micah,
them.
have you already read that book?
I
Because
like
I've read
that.
that book.
Period.
Some of it.
I've
Some of
I've
it.
read I've read parts of that book here and there, period. But I haven't read the whole thing. A lot of people told me to read it. But I like the way you took it. Like you're like, oh,
Mm.
I didn't realize I was doing things. I wish I read the book sooner so that I could have maybe recognized that I was doing these things. It's
Mm-hmm.
interesting perspective.
Well, I'm always fucking up. I don't mean to, but I want to be included too. I want to contribute, and I want, I'm on my own little path, and there isn't one manual of getting through life because often it changes in society and culture and etc. languages. So, but these are actually like there's two books that, other than the Bible, which has been a really great guidebook, with, in so many ways, but the two other books that have changed my life, which I was really resistant to, one of them was called Women Who Love Too Much. That was pivotal and in my life. And then the other one was the what is it, the law of the four laws. What laws?
Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements.
Yeah, the Four Agreements. Thank you. Four Agreements. Yep. Yep. But the Women Who Love Too Much is for men and women. Even though it's that, but it's like people who just basically you're used to working so hard to get love. Something in your life, someone important in your life has made it so difficult and nearly impossible, for whatever reason, to condition you to work really hard. And so you feel like in order to get love, you have to work really hard, which is no, that's it's a fallacy. It's incorrect. You it's kind of like what we understand, how the Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein, how that one has been misinterpreted. It's not about the tree, how beautiful it is that the tree gave and gave and gave of herself. It's not. It's about how selfish the man was to take and take and take from this tree, and to not be that tree. Because at the end of the day, what he's going to do is just freaking sit on you. He's going to just take and take. He'll have nothing left but a stool. He'll have nothing left but your stump. And that's not okay. It's not okay for people to do that. So it's interesting that we kind of went a little bit to an infinity sign of when Monica's talking about, or no, Beema and Monica and Beema are talking about how people get on here and they take advantage of people. They exploit. And frankly, that's been a huge recipe in a lot of women's lives. That was normal, was to allow yourself to be exploited because that's what women did. And that was the recipe to allow other people to succeed, allow them to run themselves ragged, supporting somebody else, usually a man or a husband, and not taking care of themselves. Like, I'm not talking about, like, yes, you want to take care of each other. And I'm talking about unhealthy balances in relationships. Like, for example, in my life, this comes as no surprise, I'm sure, to you guys, that for years and years and years, I'm working really hard to just get my dad's attention. Like, look at what I've done, my accomplishments, because For years it was like he wouldn't spend time with me. I always felt like I was never enough. Like it was just never my presence, anything that I gave was never enough. Oh, you got A's and B's? Great. Try to get straight A's. And basically it's something like that where it's like that conditions a person, conditioned me to keep on trying to get their love when that love will never be attained because they didn't have it to begin with. They don't care. They're going to manipulate you to make it seem like there's some place or some kind of goal that you can attain to gain their love. And there's not.
Yeah, Monica, I asked why, if you had read that book already about Don't Outshine the Boss, because the take on that from business owners, that book, we have a whole different take on that book. And it made us look at, and reevaluate because one, we want employees to outshine. We want them to get to a level, right? If you don't, then you're a really bad boss. You want them to get to a level to where they want to actually maybe open up a company. Maybe they want to get a franchise or branch out. So that book is a great book. I will definitely hop in and listen while you guys go.
I actually think I need to go back and listen to Verbal Judo again. I'm obviously missing some lessons. I did a room replay this morning about Nick Shirley, Warren Smith, the teacher who made that kid, his student, realize that J.K. Rowling is not a transphobic piece of shit. They're after Nick Shirley and they're calling him a MAGA YouTuber. And it's like funny. It's like, of course he's a MAGA YouTuber because you don't want to address his ideas. You have to do reputation destruction, and I really do. Let me go open a political room. What does MAGA mean to you? I want to break that down because there's so many people who just automatically think MAGA is bad, that MAGA is evil, and I need to know how many people think that, or if they realize that there are bad people in every population, and the majority of MAGA are just Americans trying to survive like they are. Yeah, I think
it's sort of like Zionist at this point. Like it's
well,
useful to call your political enemy that because it's a catch-all term to just sound bad.
Do you what angle should I approach it from? The value of MAGA? Boy, that would get some people's attention. What does MAGA stand for? What does MAGA mean to you? I don't know the angle that I would get the most people thinking. MAGA YouTuber. Because
does MAGA help? Is MAGA helpful?
The value of MAGA?
I just like I like that question that you posed.
Yeah.
What is MAGA to you? Sorry, what did you say?
Sorry, I jumped on you because I was
That's all right.
I was just trying to say I think what does MAGA mean to you? Your original prompt was better.
Yeah.
Is
It's
that what you were saying? Sorry. Or were you saying that a different question she had originally posed was better than that one?
it's less confrontational. They can think whatever they want to think of MAGA. And I mean, people are entitled to be wrong. I'm not trying to convince them that MAGA are angels or that we're not in a cult. Well, that we're not in a cult. I just kind of, I don't know what my purpose is. I guess just to hold the conversation.
On your original comment, though, like it's interesting because ContraPoints, who's like, are you familiar with ContraPoints? Like the
I'm familiar with ContraPoints and their uncomfortable affection for Jordan Peterson.
well, she did a long video about J.K. Rowling several years ago, and to me, I felt like it was like everything that you would ever need to know. And it was like, I feel like the takeaway from that video was that it's like nuanced, like it's not so simple as she's just this like transphobic monster. It's like, if you analyze the things she's actually said, the things she actually reacts to, the books she's written since, she's a pretty classic TERF, and most TERFs are like victims of sexual assault, and so therefore have like extra hesitation around safety, and so I don't know, like I walked away from that video back in the day when feeling like, okay, this somewhat exonerates J.K. Rowling in some sense, so it's interesting, like I don't know, I guess it is still very prevalent in the hive mind that J.K. Rowling is like a transphobic monster. But I guess I'm surprised by that after the ContraPoints video about it.
How influential is ContraPoints? I haven't seen. I haven't. I like. I think I am subscriber to the YouTube, but I don't think I haven't seen any videos from them in a while. So I didn't know.
I don't know. It's been a while since I don't think she's made any videos in quite some time. But I think at the time, but she like caters towards the intellectuals, you know what I mean? And I feel like the intellectuals already approach it from kind of a nuanced perspective versus the like hive mind Twitter warriors who are like 14 and dyed their hair purple and are calling themselves trans because of it.
Liberty, did you at some point before your unwokening think that Rowling was a transphobic monster?
I don't know. I think I was never into Harry Potter, and because I was never into Harry Potter, I was never emotionally invested enough to really care. And once I at like 20 decided to watch the movies for the first time, and at that time I was like, okay, these are fun movies. And I felt I had my brother make a comment about how I shouldn't be watching them, and so at that time I, was looking into it more, and that's when I watched the video and then walked away. So I would say no. I would say there really has not been a point where I was like fully anti J.K. Rowling, because I never cared enough when it was really prevalently talked about, and by the time I did care enough to look into it, there was enough information about the nuances of it all that I didn't really care, or I wasn't really bothered by it.
Even the term TERF, that could be a slur if you're sensitive.
Yeah.
Trans exclusion.
Oh, it's meant to be a slur.
Yeah,
But
I feel like I don't identify as a TERF, but I think I am. Like I think you can even be trans and be a TERF, which I think is like interesting.
well,
Wait,
that's even worse. But the thing about turf, sorry, Monica, the thing about turf is like I don't get it because it's like the last two letters radical feminist. I feel like a lot of people they call turfs are not radical feminists.
Yeah, that's the problem with shoot, we just spent time a few weeks ago figuring out the difference between an acronym and an initialism, and now I'm trying to remember if this is an acronym or it's an acronym, right? Because
Yeah.
it's sound. Okay, so yeah, I think that's the challenge with acronyms is that at some point you forget what the words mean, and it just becomes a catch-all for something else. Like I think yeah, people just anytime someone is trans exclusionary, they're called a TERF, and they totally forget about the RF part of it.
And even
Most of the people.
trans exclusionary where? In female bathrooms, changing rooms, and sports, then yes. In life, no. I don't have the right to tell anyone whether they get to exist or not. In
No, that's
fact,
not what
I'm
it means.
so okay. So
It means like the first part of what you said. It means like anywhere. It means excluding trans women from any women spaces. But but the radical feminist part, like I said, I think a lot of the people they call TERFs are actually like anti-feminists, if anything.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the radical feminist idea predominantly is male exclusion. You know, like it's like in order to have a proper society where women can be truly safe, you must isolate from males. You know, like that is the most radical of the radical feminist ideology is to basically make a female run society that doesn't include males. So I think essential to that would be the exclusion of trans women. So to me, it makes perfect sense.
I found an article that's trending on X about abolishing whiteness or something like that. And there was a quote in there, and I brought it to Politically Correct this morning because I wanted to have a discussion on it. And then while I'm talking about it, GOAT is all up in there, and I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. The article is from 2002. That's kind of old. The way that was presented on X, it was like, oh, some more anti-white racial rhetoric, and look, this is just evidence that we have that white men, white women, white Americans are being under attack. And then I'm like, it's 22, 3 years old. Well, GOAT had a field day that it was 23 years old, and you're bringing this data to us now, Monica, like it's breaking news. And he just like, and he called me disingenuous, which is funny, because between the two of us, I may be wrong, but I'm not GOAT. And so I was finding other information about it. So all that to say is like the transgender argument, I don't, of all the things we have to worry about, of all the fires that we have going, I'm unsure. I'm unsure why people just can't let J.K. Rowling live and live and let live. I even have a problem with I have a problem with the bathroom discussion too, because if you're presenting female and you go into the men's room, that's invasive to the men too, and the men get their space also. So I think the best solution to
Mm.
that would be like family room, family bathroom, single family like stalls, and then people who ever feel comfortable can go use those stalls in privacy with dignity. I don't know.
It's different, Monica, though. No man has ever been threatened by a woman being in the man's bathroom. You know, like in the same way
So they have
that a woman.
threatened, you know, like what if they're just uncomfortable?
I don't think that's really. Maybe it's a thing, but like in a minuscule way compared to the opposite.
I agree at a much lesser extent, but you know, that definitely was my experience, you know, like it was like men were really weird. They were really uncomfortable. They like were really embarrassed. So that was why I stopped going into the men's room.
Maybe this is I'm a little off base, but I would, if I was a man, I would be afraid of somebody a female or whatever, I would be cautious, not afraid, but just really wary and cautious because people like there's people who like to cry wolf and set others up for to be incriminated, you know, and they're like on purpose, and that's scary. That would be scary.
Okay, unrelated. I have to go. Maybe not today, but within the next few days. I have 3 packages to ship, and one has to be through UPS, and another through FedEx, and another through USPS. That's very annoying.
That's obnoxious. Why can't they just do it right in one thing? I'm sorry.
These are preferences that they be shipped this way, or
Well, yeah, because like, all right, one is an Amazon return, and another I have to ship to this company, and they're just giving me their FedEx account to do it, and another I have to ship a different return. It's just, it's no fun.
no, it's true. It's like 3 different places when you're doing the job of one thing. Why can't you just have one thing? I do think I need to do a room replay, so I'll be seeing you guys later. Did you feel better?
You're what are you doing?
A room replay about something, just so I can have something to listen to.
Okay.
Do you want to join me? Do you want to do something together? I mean, I know you're not feeling good.
What are you doing?
I don't know
I
yet. Probably a YouTube video or something.
I have back to back one-on-ones for the next 2 hours. So
Down this phone.
I would
Say
only be
what?
able to half pay attention.
On its own, it's balancing at every panel.
What is going on?
And it was falling straight down.
All right, there we go. So yeah, I mean, I would only have to be able to pay attention.
I will take it.
Okay.
So you really don't care. I get to have.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
because I'm gonna be in and out of it anyway. But I'll sit in there with you.
Yeah, let me bring my bot in, and so I can, manage it.
Okay.
I want to come play.
I'll post it in the Got Snatch Telegram when I get it set up. It's gonna be a few minutes.
Hi, Jordan. Hi, Natig. Good morning and happy.
What are you gonna? I wonder what's she gonna listen to?
There's no telling.
I think she's determining that right now.
I'm just trying to support right now.
What do you?
Yeah,
You just have a cold, or you got the flu, or what?
I woke up this morning and my ear is clogged and my throat hurts. I don't know. I'm hoping it'll pass quickly. And it's not the start of September.
I never watched the Jubilee of Trump Republicans versus anti-Trump Republicans. That could be interesting.
Oh, that could be a good one. Hold on, let me text her. But I might want to hear that one, and I'm gonna be preoccupied. Trump versus anti-Trump conservatives Jubilee. Yeah, I'd actually really be interested to hear that one too.
So you're saying we have to watch something really boring because you're not gonna be able to be there?
Right. I don't want to be interested in it and not be able to hear it.
Sorry. The whole thing is just going to be about January 6th.
What, the Jubilee?
The Trump Republicans versus anti-Trump.
Did you watch it?
No, but this is my prediction.
I mean, I think it's the format of
And
what's
he
the
doesn't sound presidential and like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think probably the things they're going to talk about are probably pretty predictable, but like, yeah, it's the format where they like step up to the area if they agree. Middle ground, that's what it's called. They step up if it's like, okay, they say a prompt like
Sure.
Trump is doing damage to the face of the Republican Party or whatever. Like then they step up and talk about if they agree or not. So because it's prompt oriented, I feel like that tends to help to center the debate versus like the surrounded ones. Those ones often get pulled back to the same topics over and over and over again because people kind of have freedom to talk about whatever they want to talk about. But certainly I can't imagine that they have anything too interesting to say, like I don't know. My favorite one still to this date is the Beth one, I think is her name or whatever, the Christian woman where like that one. I'm like still obsessed with that video. Like it was so good. Like, and that's the thing is like I don't think like pedestrians are not good at doing political analysis. You know what I mean? Like all any of us are doing, and I'm including us in this, is like just regurgitating information. Like I think it's pretty hard to synthesize political knowledge. Like you really only have the capacity to understand like how other people are reacting to things based on the information that's fed to you by news outlets. So I just think political analysis by pedestrians is like really uninteresting. But like like topic oriented analysis, like the Bible or scientific areas or personal issues, education, things like that. Those I think are a little more interesting to hear like everyday people talk about. But I would still watch it only because I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting because and I already saw this in the couple clips that I saw from it. Is it's like immediately it's just the claim by Trump Republicans is like you guys aren't real Republicans. Like that's just like immediately what gets thrown out to me. And that sort of philosophy I find fascinating. Like the complete departure from conservative values by a lot of MAGA people.
I'm interested to see who I feel like I agree more with because I obviously I support Trump. I voted for him, but I definitely don't align with MAGA. And so I'm just really curious to see like on the whole who I feel like represents how I feel, you know.
Well, when you say I don't support MAGA, what does that mean? Because I don't
I
like I
don't
wouldn't identify as MAGA, but
I
like
don't identify as MAGA. Yeah. I don't
yeah,
identify as MAGA, but um obviously I voted for him,
right.
you know. I wanted him to be president, but like I'm not without the ability to be critical of some of the things that
Yes.
he says and does. Whereas I feel like a lot of the MAGA contingent, it wouldn't matter. They're just going to put their head in the sand and, all hail Trump. Um, so yeah, I'm just curious to see, like, listening to people who consider themselves MAGA versus people who don't, like, who I feel like I align more closely with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. From one perspective, you could say MAGA is anyone who was part of either of the Trump, any of the Trump coalitions in any year that he ran. Another definition could be, you support the leader, not his policies, and whatever the leader, whatever which way his whimsies are blowing, you support him regardless in a sort of non-critical way. It's sort of like it can be framed to make your enemy look stupid, no matter how you divvy it out. It's I don't know. I think anyone who identifies as MAGA is kind of a dummy, but you could also say like anyone who supported Trump at any point is MAGA. I don't think it's so useful.
Well, Dippity, are you familiar with she's been on a couple different episodes. She's that like Iranian Jewish doctor, physician.
I
She's
feel
like,
like I have seen her, yeah.
she's got long hair, glasses. She like speaks very like in a pointed way, and like yeah, she was definitely on the like Israeli versus Palestinian one. She is on there on the MAGA side, I believe. So I didn't recognize any of the people on the non-MAGA side, but then definitely there is at least one wackadoodle guy on the MAGA side.
Of course. There's always got to be one, at least.
I was surprised. I can't remember her name, but that woman who's on like every damn episode, who's like really wrinkly, and wears like a MAGA hat, and like she's just like, fuck, what is her name? Do you know who I'm talking about? She's on so many episodes, but she's always, she has like kind of a raspy voice and is older, and
Yeah. Yeah, I think I do know who you're talking about.
I was surprised that she was not on this episode, but I think maybe people are just sick of her.
I don't know. Like I said, it's just like I was shocked at how many um came out when like the Epstein stuff blew up, and we're just like, oh, no, it's no big deal that he doesn't want to share them now. Like when he did his about face on it, I was like, what? What are you people talking about? I don't know. That just their unwillingness to acknowledge any wrongdoing on his part. Like there's always some justifiable excuse for why. It kind of makes me crazy. And I like him. I don't like him as a person. I think he's a terrible person. But I like him as a president.
Well, I will
I
add
think
my
he's
two
effective.
cents. Hey guys, Happy New Year.
Hey, happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
So, I kind of see MAGA as rednecks in a way. Um, but I'm a redneck, so I would say that I do identify with some of what they're doing. And I also credit them for getting him elected. So I credit them for that. But Kevin and I are both like critical of him. When he's doing something, we can criticize him. I just don't think I would do anything to betray him because I think he really came through for us. He didn't have to run again. He didn't have to do any of the stuff, and he's gone through hell. Like he was put through hell. So I have respect for him and what he's done. I think he's making mistakes now. I think he's trying to solve all the world's problems in 4 years, and that's a big mistake. And I wish he would just focus on our country. But so I would say I do identify as MAGA. I think probably because I understand the people, if that makes sense.
Love the fact that you said they're kind of like rednecks. As you can see the picture of my son standing beside a Chevy pickup truck. He has his own MAGA hat. But we're by far not rednecks, which is quite. A lot of people don't agree with me on this, but I I like the way I was very skeptical at the beginning, his first run, right? And my parents were really frustrated with me. But the way he runs this country like a business makes sense to me. Like that's the way it needs to run, right? And you need to have the rest of the world leaders scared shitless of America. And who is our leader? I don't think anybody was scared of Biden. I don't think any country was. Like, what's he going to do? We've known him for 35 years. Yeah. My pool kid, he waits for Thursdays because in the Get Up and Grow, the guys go wild on politics and he likes to listen. Then he gives his like take on politics, being the age of, I think he just turned 24. And it's quite comical. He's like, "Where are your friends? Are your friends not talking politics today?" I'm like, "Just wait, they'll go at it."
You're super hardcore in the Matrix, Francie.
Say, what are you guys doing for the weekend?
Ugh, I might be in bed.
Girl, I understand, but I'll tell you, I can't stay in there long because we've got a house to put on the market and it's not ready. We've got a lot of work to do.
Did your offer get accepted?
It's pending. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Mm,
Sign the contract.
that's a good thing.
You don't even know, man. It is so good.
That listing house is a bitch, though. Oh,
I mean, Beth probably knows this, but people from out of state are literally paying cash for houses that are 500 and up from out of state, sight unseen, just like picking up real estate because it's so cheap. It's so there's just nothing there. Like, I mean, nobody's selling, and or if they sell, it's gone in a day. And we just got really lucky. We were the first people to see it, so we acted.
All right, thumbs up. We have a garage door working. Um, woohoo! Sounds good, right?
That's right. Confirm they said down there. That's for fun. All right, I canceled one meeting. Oh, I need to be better about drinking. That's right.
Oh, you did. No, it was just the one. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Of course. I didn't realize on the phone. Okay. I love you. You're so sweet. You're cold. Me? Do you feel cold? No, I kind of like it because I don't know if it's like how I'm sleeping or, because it's not just here. It's like, it was over at Danny's here, then in Lexi's, everything. I can't wake up without waking up in like a hot sweat. You're having hot flashes? No, not even that. I just, like, every single time I wake up, I'm like sweating. And I'm like, I'm so hot, and I have to immediately wake up and like throw all the blankets off me and like stand up. It's been happening like everywhere though, like here, Danny's, Ben's. I guess that's really it. But yeah, it's been really weird. I don't know. But it even happens when I'm sleeping like naked. Like, or like just not even that, but just like a big t-shirt. Like even a big t-shirt. Should prep for. God bless you. Do you work today? Mm-hmm. Huh? Mm-hmm. Good. Goodness. All right, I'm actually probably gonna finish my meetings about a half hour early because I'm skipping. So maybe like 1:30. Yeah. You be able to do it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So. I'm going to skip. Is too.
Kristen, are you there?
Oh, I almost forgot I was on Clubhouse. It's so quiet.
Sean B was going to come in.
In here?
Yeah.
Did you just talk to him?
I talked to him yesterday. and he was calling everybody to say Happy New Year. So we talked for about an hour yesterday.
He's not
But
doing all right.
do what?
He's not doing all right.
No, I didn't. Wasn't gonna say it until you did, but he's struggling for sure.
He completely cried last night.
We're going to help each other. He's going to counsel me on Pilates and how to get back in shape, and I'm going to help him with his stuff. So trade, even.
Um, I was just doing a task at work. Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
Kristen. I was going to ask if you were there.
Hi, I
I just wanted
am.
to know how you were doing.
Thanks. I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Good. You
I
sound you sound good.
oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. That makes me
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you take care of yourself.
Try
Like,
to.
yeah, I know you do, and it's hard. Like when you have to do things like transfusions and you have to do rest, and it's like, but I want to do things.
Yeah, we're on our way back to North Carolina from West Virginia, and on Tuesday we stayed in a resort, and they have a really nice indoor pool. It's very warm, and the grandchildren came, and I swam for about 2 hours hard,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
yeah, it was so much fun, but like it's my legs like have been like jello since
Yeah.
I overdid it. So
Oops. So do you do laps or do you float around?
both. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but we
love
were.
water therapy.
Oh, me too. It's probably the best thing for me.
Yeah.
But usually, what I usually take a kickboard and I do as many laps as I can,
Hmm.
and then just switch to the kickboard. And I didn't have it, and the grandkids wanted to do all these like contests.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah. That's so cute.
yeah, it was
They're all
fun.
competitive. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
cute.
And her
But
birth and my granddaughter's birthday was New Year's Eve, so there was a big party and
oh,
all kinds of
fun.
kids running around, and it was fun. And but yesterday, Kevin and I just stayed at the resort. We were so exhausted.
Nice.
It's like I don't even know. Can I get on the elevator and go down for breakfast? I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was fun.
Cute. Mine was relatively uh eventless. Like it was very chill, like, and it had potential for explosion. And I'm so happy that it was
Yeah,
very it was there was when you deal with people and you love them and there's so much potential for landmines and you just have to walk real carefully, and that's just the way that it is sometimes. You just have to navigate life like that. And my dad is 80 and he gets cranky, and sometimes you're like, oh God, what mood is he going to be in today? And luckily he usually is in a pretty good mood when his biological daughter is in town because he's real excited, and they were there for the Christmas thing. And it's so good to see her. She's always been a sweetheart, and she's such she's near 30, and she got married about 2 years ago, and her husband is really a really cool guy too. Like it's really cool when you can actually really enjoy your fam. And my dad's new wife, my stepmother, which is weird, um, because she's 80, I'm 50, so I'm like my new stepmother, you know. um, but she mostly behaved herself. Sometimes she did flounce off, uh, but it wasn't anything big or anything. It was just all right. She flounced off because she doesn't. She didn't understand when we were talking about our dad. She came from a very strict. She came from. How can I do this really quickly? She comes from a very strict conservative background, and so do I. But basically, it's like, but my dad thinks it's hilarious to fart all the time, and since she's known him, which has been a max 4 years, you know, as far as I understand, he has behaved him like pristinely. But up until then, he'd be cussing all the time. He would cuss all the time. He would fart in boardrooms. He would just, he was just this uncouth, and that's just what he would. And so my sister and I were talking about this, and even though we have a 20-year difference, we know the same man. So she got upset and she was like, "Well, I can't understand talking disrespectfully about your dad at Christmas dinner." And then she got up and she started doing the dishes, and we're like, "Well, we're not disrespectful. We're just spouting the truth, and that's the way that it is." So it's like I can't control what anybody else does. And she basically got calmed down after that, and you know how people are. So it was actually a pretty good. It was a good like gift exchange and stuff. So I'm just glad when it's over and it's very nice. I'm sorry.
Hey, Sean B.
Sean, how you doing, mister? I know you probably work. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, come
Hey, good morning.
on. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, California boy.
Happy New Year once again. Did I already say that like 5,000 times? But anyway, Happy New Year.
Morning,
California
Sean.
boys.
It's going to be
Hey,
our year, Sean. I'm telling you, it's going to be our
it's
year.
gotta be. It's gotta be. I'm telling you. I won't be able to survive another year if it stays the way it just has been. Anyway. Yeah. So I agree. But anyway, put my hands up in the air and waving them like I just don't care. Saying hello.
Sean, I've got.
Yesterday, I left the studio and actually, there's a club like a few blocks down where the DJ was playing some really fire music. And I just went over there. I decided to go by myself for the first time in like as long as I can ever remember. And I went there and I fucking was fucking dancing with myself. Okay. I didn't need anyone else around me. And I was just put my hands up and it was good vibes though. It's a cool place. It's called the Carissa. But, yeah, there you go. That's my story. But, I appreciate all you. Much love.
Well, Sean, do you recognize
Dude.
you don't
Mm,
own me? I'm free,
right.
young, and I want to be free. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'll shut up. I don't want to be I feel like such a trauma dumper lately with you all. I fucking apologize so bad. I honestly don't like to do this, so I'm gonna just keep a smile on and, I don't know if you understand, but I hope you understand. I don't want to be that person.
Hi, hi. I totally missed that, but hi.
Hi. Hi. Dippity. How are you
Did
doing?
you know
I'm
that it's
Dippity.
sick.
Friday?
What's going on?
She's sick,
You're
Sean,
sick?
and she sounds so
Oh,
cute even though she's sick.
no.
She
You're
sounds so
sick?
cute. Yeah.
She always sounds cute. Dippity is like
I know.
serendipity
But see, you're
doodah
the
all day
second
long.
person to say that. I'm not saying that she's not usually cute on the regular.
She is always cute.
I'm just
Oh, I'm
saying.
so sorry.
A
You're
lot
not
of
feeling
people.
good, Dippity.
You know how
I'm
people
sending you
sound
love.
gross when they're
I'm
when.
sending love. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, no, okay, that's all right. That's all right. We're just talking all over each other. But you know how
We
some
are.
people when they get sick they sound gross and they're like ew, and you're like ew, snotty snot snot. You know? No, but she sounds so cute.
She actually sounds super cute when she's sick right now. This is the cute side of Dippity. I just wish she felt cute right now because she probably doesn't feel very cute. She's like,
Just wait till I
fuck my
get
life.
whiny. Once the whiny sets in, it's all over.
Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do
It'll be
do the kids
fine. I'm
bring
gonna
it?
be fine.
Do the kids bring the illness to you? I mean, I don't have kids, but I just know that the kids carry it and give it
I
to you all
think
the
it's
time.
yeah, I honestly think it's the weather. I mean, we went from like
Oh,
70 degrees to 20 degrees, and I just think um the rapid change was just more than my little body wanted to deal with.
hmm. If I lived in your neighborhood, I'd bring you a box of Kleenex, okay, and give you a big huge hug and wish you the best. Send some love your way. Bring you some tea or whatever you need. Okay,
Well, thank you.
for real. I'm
You
sorry you're
are
I'm
not.
so
I'm
actually
sorry
sweet
you're
and
not
so
ordering
feeling
my
good.
loving,
tea
Sean.
right
So
That's my
now.
sweet.
heart. It's my heart. It's where my real heart is. I hope you all know that. Oh my God. Have you talked to
What?
Edie yet, Deputy?
Yeah,
Kristen?
yeah.
Francie?
What? What's the matter?
You were not. Oh no, she won't. She's cool like that, but I'm going to call myself out. But,
What'd you do?
Edie heard me I was a
What
bad
did
boy.
you? Are we gonna chastise you,
Oh,
or are
I
you
was
just gonna let it go?
naughty. No,
Oh
I
no.
didn't say anything. I didn't say anything bad, but I was
Okay.
naughty. I was naughty yesterday. I was saying some shit.
Well, are you allowed to, or is this like? Uh-oh.
No, last night on the app, I was
Yeah.
definitely having a little bit of you know what I call it you know when you, like it's sometimes
What
it's
is
nice to have a little punching bag match.
that? Did you beat people up?
I kind of did. I think I did.
Darn. What did you
Not bad
do?
people, not people, not good people, not my friends,
Okay.
not
Okay,
my
that's
friends.
good. No,
But
not Kent.
Edie witnessed me sounding like a goddamn porn star probably yesterday. 'Cause I was saying some shit on
Gross.
stage. And he's like, Sean, she's like, Sean, I don't know if you want to be saying this right now. I'm like, you know what? I'll fucking own it.
You're in your feels.
I don't even fucking remember. Like, no, I mean, I remember. I remember, my conversations and phone calls yesterday. You know what I mean? But on here though, I was being a bad boy. I'm just saying, I was a little bit bad. Not bad like, yeah, I was bad.
Well, if it helps, Sean, I think you saw the other day that I have the potential to do that, and I was so grateful that
What did
you
you
said,
do?
"Ladies, take it to a private room," because you would have really seen me at my worst, and I don't like to be that person. So I appreciate
I
that.
know. Hey, we
Appreciate
have
that.
our moments. We have our moments, you know. I mean,
We do.
Francie, I would have taken, you would have been one of my best friends growing up in school. Like if, you know, and so same to all of you, actually. We would be going to a fucking, like we would have been seeing Nirvana together, fucking headbanging and, yeah, getting into trouble.
Oh, totally.
For
Because
real.
I was the goody two shoes that would have been like, you guys just tell me all about it Monday. Go have fun.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was a wild
Cause I would
child.
rock with all you for real. I swear to God.
Really?
I mean it. I would.
I
I
could
would
see
fucking
that.
hang out with y'all for
Oh
real.
heck yeah. Yeah, I could see
Yeah.
Francie being all like, well, I'm a good girl, but I will don't make me mad because I'm gonna kick some butt. Don't get my
But you know,
friends don't
Yeah, I
you,
mess
mean,
with my friends.
Kristen,
seriously, it can be bad, and
it's
um,
okay to be bad once in a while.
I,
Just don't get in trouble.
I've been, yeah, and I haven't always been that way, but my doctors have told me that I have something called MS rage, and it's because I have lesions on
Oh
my
shit.
frontal cortex. And
Oh
once
Oh,
my
I found that
God.
out, I
Okay.
was able to control it. So I'm pretty able to
So,
control it, but unless I'm pushed.
so you just like, does it just like flare up and then you're like, Dad, why am I so mad?
No, I mean, no. It's usually when someone is bitchy to me,
Yeah.
and I just lose it without thinking. I just lose. Or maybe I've
Okay.
been mad at them for a while, like the other day, and I've reached my limit. Like I've over the top. I've held it in too long,
Yeah.
and it just comes out.
Too
Yeah,
much.
yeah. And I
I'll be
don't like to be
damned. I
that.
never
Don't.
knew there was.
Yeah, I
Well, that
know,
makes
right?
me super guarded of you because I don't want you, because I'm sure that that creates, well, like, because like, it's like and I know you can handle yourself. Don't worry. You're fine. Right.
I
But it's
can't even
like,
fathom.
I've been here
Mm.
for. I mean, I've been on Clubhouse for 4 years,
yeah,
4 or 5 years, and yeah, 5 years, and I think I have been harsh twice in 5 years. So
hmm
it
See, I
takes a
couldn't
whole lot.
imagine. I can't even imagine being on the wrong side of either you or Kristen, except by annoying you and talking over you and interrupting, and then you kick my ass. I get that part.
no,
Swear
I
to
don't
God,
kick your ass.
I can't even
I give
imagine
you a
like
good tongue
you all being
lashing.
mad
That's
at
all
me.
that.
I would.
Nope.
I
I,
know, but
I give you a thorough tongue lashing, and then you're like, okay,
not a tongue lashing. That's crazy, girl. That sounds a
yes,
little wild. Okay.
I do. And then
Uh,
I'm like, actually, what works really well with you, Sean, is keywords.
but
I notice you respond to those real well.
if you lash me with your tongue, I will
No,
be
that's it.
quiet and
Nope,
appreciate you.
nope, no.
But you know me. I'm so
I did.
deprived. You don't even know.
I'm
Come
so
on, girl.
sorry. I should not have used that
You tongue
language.
lasher. Sorry. Shut me off
That's
on that.
all
No, you're good.
right.
You're good.
I did. I
Anyway.
opened that
Let
door.
me let me calm myself down and digress again. Okay.
Yes,
But
very good.
I love you. I love you guys.
I
I
love you
hope you all
too.
know this. Like I said it before and I'll say it again. I do much better with female energy than male energy. There's male energy I can
Sure.
hang with and work with, and you might notice this about me, but I do much better with the ladies than I do with the men. And I mean that. It's like I don't know
Well,
why. I can't
I
explain it,
think
but I
I think a lot
appreciate
of
you.
it, like knowing you, a lot of times you're okay with like flowing like water. I don't know how to explain it. Like you still have your masculinity. Like you know who and what you're about, and you don't mind waiting your turn to share. And most of the cultures of women, they like to share, and most men like to not prostrate. Is that the right word? It's not a bad thing. It's just
We men have
they they
men
they don't.
prostate.
I know. It's like, what's
You
the
know
right
you
word
just
for
said
this?
it.
And it's not a
We're a
bad
bunch of
thing that they
prostaters.
do. It's not what it's not a bad thing like what they do. It's just
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not as revealing. They don't want to share. They'll share like to an extent and they'll jokey joke, but there's a certain kind of like facade that's there. And you like
Mm.
getting a little closer and you're okay with emotional intimacy, I think, than
Yeah.
most men
Yeah, that's a
are.
great way to say it. Yeah, you're right. You're
So
right,
and it,
Kristen.
it kind of makes
Well said.
sense, but it's
Yeah.
nothing. Everybody has different levels of that. Like, and even on the like, Monica, she likes to talk about stuff, but she's female, but she does not like to do the intimacy stuff. She just doesn't. She's like, no, I'm not
Yeah. Yeah.
interested. Right, but
Yeah.
that doesn't make her a bad person. It's just different. That's all.
If we talk about emotions, it's the best way for her to run away.
I know.
It's kind of the funny thing, but I fucking love Monica. I actually have loved
She's
the
so cute.
evolution of Monica, to be quite honest. Like I really, actually, really, really appreciated seeing that evolution between us. I would never want to make her uncomfortable, but Dippity knows. Dippity's, you really bring out the best in people. You really have a talent for this. I hope you know that. And I want to bring you some hot tea and give you a big, huge hug and send some love to you. And I want you to feel better. Okay. For real. Love you, man. I mean, you're not a man, but I love you, man.
Sean, what I think it is with you is there are masculine men, and you are, but there there are certain men that like to hang out with women more, and Kevin is like that. He's very masculine, but he likes to be around women, and he seems to like just hang out with girls, and I think that's awesome. I love that because
I
it shows
concur.
that you're comfortable in your masculinity, but you're in touch with your feminine side.
Yeah.
Awesome. I know. That's all. I appreciate your guys' perspectives on that. You ever heard that song? Okay. You know that song called Still Not a Player No More? I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. You ever heard that song? It
No,
was a hip hop song.
I
It
don't
came
think so.
out by Big Pun.
no.
It's called Still Not a Player or Not a Player. Well, I'm the opposite of that. I'm not a
Okay.
player and I don't crush a lot.
Mhm.
I
Good.
don't play and I don't crush a lot. Sean G in the house, man. What's up, Sean? It's good to see you, man. You've been good. I've missed you. I haven't seen you around lately. You been taking care of yourself? Are you doing good?
Life is good to me so far, in the words of the great Joe Walsh.
You're another one, Sean, that's very masculine, but you're also very in touch with that feminine side that you can listen to a woman, cry or and just handle it like so awesome. And I admire that.
You guys have so many songs playing in my head right now. This is incredible. Yeah. More
Love it.
than a woman.
More than a woman can be or should be. What is it? Should be, could be.
To
Yeah, yeah.
me. To me.
To me.
To me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. You
Mhm.
know, see, Sean is one of those guys I would hang out with. It'd be like the shit show of Sean's because Sean G and I are the shit show, are the OG original shit shows of Sean's, right? Sean, didn't Hillary call us that one time back in
Yeah,
Vegas?
yeah, yeah.
Interesting. It would be interesting to see this softer side of Sean G. I'm
I
not sure
think
Oh,
to.
Sean G is amazing. This guy's, P, yeah. And I like your new PTR, by the way, man.
oh, thank you.
You are a handsome man for real, man. Props to you.
Ah, mm,
No homo.
Nothing
yeah.
weird. No homo.
It
Thank you. Thank you, Deputy. I really appreciate
You're so
that.
funny. Oh, cute.
We'll make you feel better in like one more hour, Deputy. You're going to forget you're even not feeling good. We're going to get you right.
Ugh, I don't know about all that.
Well, I hope you have pajamas on. You're all snuggly and comfortable and relaxing. That's all I know.
Yeah,
That's all I know. I
exactly.
drink, yeah, have some good tea, have some good tea in your cup.
I just
But,
ordered me a
yeah.
bunch of new teas.
So
What'd you
do you
get?
have a brand that you absolutely love? Like a certain, cause I've been on the tea kick
Yeah,
for
I
the past
do.
year. What is it?
I do. I do whole leaf tea from the tea spot. But I just ordered some from the grocery store for like their, I don't know, cough and cold or something for their teas. So I'm gonna try them. I don't really like the
I
grocery store
remember you
teas.
saying you like the hibiscus, right?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to learn this about you, Serendipity. Teas are really good, and I'm even more excited by the fact that you're actually consuming whole leaf tea, which
Yes.
makes a big difference. Please tell me that you use
Huge.
some kind of like a little stainless steel screen ball to make your tea, and
I
that
do.
you're not using tea bags because that is the absolute
No,
worst.
that's right. No tea bags. No tea bags. Once you've had whole leaf tea out of the bag, it's really hard to do bag tea. It is just not the same anymore.
Yeah, not only that, but you're also steering away from all the microplastics that are in the tea bags, and that's really
Yep.
important as well.
Yep. I love my whole leaf tea. The tea spot,
Deputy.
that's where it's at.
you gotta change the title up top. You gotta, instead of espresso yourself, you need to say teabag yourself, please.
Yeah,
I,
no,
I,
My
I am
goodness.
not
that'll
doing
bring,
that.
that'll bring the wrong people in. No, I'm sorry.
You know what we're
Edie,
not gonna
Edie's
do?
here. What's up, Edie?
That's
That
what's up.
Edie's gonna own my ass right now. She was
Edie.
there for the shit show.
I
that would
already said
require
last
a
night what I needed
lot
to
of
say.
dexterity.
Oh, I love you,
What
Edie.
did he
Thank you for
do?
being there.
It's
Edie, he
all
keeps
right.
talking about
I
this.
was a
What did he
bad,
do?
naughty boy.
Okay,
I think
you
I
be
was pretty
quiet. I want to
naughty.
hear Edie. Sean,
Okay,
be
I'm gonna
quiet.
shut up.
I want to hear Edie. What did he
What did he do? Well, he was being a little fresh with his language with Shakira, is that her name? Just saying, I'm gonna slap that ass. I'm gonna put my thumb in your ass, and yeah,
uh
a little fresh.
Well, Shakira does have motorized hips. That's pretty amazing. Not quite Beyonce, but yeah, still motorized hips. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what Shakira you're talking about, but I was thinking about the singer.
Yes, I caught that. Yeah. So that's all, Sean. I mean, it wasn't. I. It's like you realize what you're doing, but you can't stop yourself when you do it.
Oh no.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
It was Sheikah, by the way. I think her name's Sheikah. Not
Sheikah.
Shakira, but
Yes, that's
Sheikah.
right.
Yeah.
Sheikah. Yes.
Yeah. Well, she was kind of nudging me though. She was kind of being mean to me, right? So I had to like poke her in the butt hole last night.
Yeah. She was saying stuff back to you for sure, but I think
Yeah.
that you were the more aggressive one for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. He's like, this is not, I've not met this Sean before. You are a bad boy right now. Yeah, no, I have my moments. I try not to have them very much anymore. You experienced a very rare, version of me.
Well,
So,
I think we've all, when we've been going through something at one point, kind of crashed out, and don't want, I just want you to take care of yourself, and that's all. I just want you to take care of yourself.
100%. And you really did your best to look out for me, but I still decided to jump off the cliff,
Yeah,
last
yeah,
night.
yep.
No, I was aware. I was aware to a degree, but well, anyway, much love to you.
No,
I'm so glad you're here because I was just saying that I just got here like not too long ago, and I'm like, oh God, Edie experienced a different level of Sean. And you came in, I'm like, yeah,
it's all good. I, I just
yeah,
hope you take care of yourself and mentally, in the drinking, if you know that it's gonna make
yeah.
things worse, just but we have all been through it and hard and trying to sort of self-regulate, and sometimes it's hard, and we do kind of but we just want you to take care of yourself.
I really appreciate that, and I appreciate your heart and your care and compassion. 100%. Thank you, Edie.
Of course.
If I were to tie this conversation together, I would ask Sean B. If he could read the tea leaves from Serendipity's Cup and tell us what Pilates looks like in 2026.
I'm not ready for this yet. Wait, wait till Monday. I'll answer your question on Monday. I'm not ready.
Oh, well, I'm a new
That's great.
client of his, so
Yes.
it's looking good. If he gets a West
Yeah.
Virginia girl, yeah, let's go.
Oh, so
Right.
is that oral Pilates? How does that work?
Oh, no. Oral Pilates. No, you just created a new fucking form of Pilates. We got oral Pilates. That's ridiculous, Sean. I knew I could depend on you. I love it. It's funny. Yeah, no, I'm gonna, no, this year's gonna be the best ever. This year is going to be the best ever. I don't feel like my new year starts until Monday, if that makes any sense to y'all, because it's so weird that
Okay.
Christmas and New Year's
Yeah.
is like in the middle of the day, the week. I'm so
Uh,
off. It's
uh,
really off. But,
Understandable.
but, I'm gonna be going clean and clear. I just hope you guys don't. I hope you guys don't hate me.
You're
'Cause
fine.
I might
And
not
you
be
know,
the
I'll
same
kick your
person.
butt
You
to make
know.
sure that you don't act like a complete butthead.
I know. I know. I just. I'm not as loose and relaxed.
You're fine. You're fine.
When I don't drink. So it's
You
gonna
are
be a year of
good.
not drinking, y'all. It's gonna be a year of not
Oh, I'm so
drinking.
excited for you. That's really
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
However,
No,
I can support that. Let me know. Because
Of course.
because of medication, I just really stay away from it. I had some wine over the holiday, and that was really nice. But it was like, yeah, I, I'm fine. I'm fine without it.
Kristen, the next time you pop open a bottle, may I make a suggestion?
Um, Let me think about that. Yes.
What's
Hmm. I
the
would
next thing you're gonna
suggest
say?
I would suggest trying Tarique. It's a French wine from a French domain, but it is
Oh.
absolutely fabulous, and you can get it here in the States, believe it or
How
not.